I will talk about the basic application process. It includes the applications of the documents and the research proposal. So, in the case of the application process, we need to prepare the documents and research proposal. So, the first thing what I used to do is I always check my interested university website. Because in that we can see the scholarship announcements and application period. Because I used to subscribe some university scholarship notifications, but I think that sometimes the information may reach later to us. So I think that it is the best way to check the latest university website. So please always check the interested university website. The second is that it will be very helpful if we read the overall requirements that have in the preparation, that we can collect the documents ahead of the deadline, and also we will not rush 1 year the deadline. The other thing is that additional to the MEXT form, some university they have to fill the online form. And so in that e-form, they will show the list of the documents that we need to fill in. So they even allow to fill the completed documents in any order. So we can leave the incomplete one, and also we can also complete again the incomplete one. So the last thing is that please try to finish the documents preparation and submit the scholarship form ahead of the deadline, because in my own experiences, because there may be some technical problems while filling or submitting the form, so they can lead to the stress and also worry, and also they can make the mistakes. In my case, I always used to submit the scholarship forms at least 3 days before of the deadline. So I searched for the websites about the university recommended scholarship. So they give to the research students, master, doctorate, and also the Japanese study students, and also the College of the Technology. I prepared some of the basic requirements for the MEXT. However, the additional documents may require that may differ from one university to another. So this is my general requirements. The first thing is MEXT application form. So as I described earlier, in some university we need to fill the additional MEXT form. Where that we need to fill in the online form. It depends on the type of the program, such as for Hokkaido University, I apply English Engineering Education Program EDU. In that case, I need to fill in the EDU form. One of the language proficiency. Most of the university they ask for this. They accept IELTS or TOEFL or TLPD score, and also various levels of proficiency scales are required depending on the university. For some Hokkaido University, they accept if we have the at least IELTS 6. In that case, not for all university. For Hokkaido University, the EDU program, they ask for the original IELTS document. So we need to take care that in that period there may be December holiday and Christmas holidays. So there may be some difficulty when we ask for the original document to the IELTS test center, because they may close. They close because of the Christmas holidays and December holidays. So we need to adjust the time. So the other one is the official academic transcripts of their previous studies. They also ask for the official academic transcript of the 18 programs. So in my case, I need to request for the original academic transcript from the 18 program from another country, because they do not accept the online digital exam results. Some universities they also ask for the document of the university grading system. That may also be as official graduation certificates, abstract of previous graduation, thesis and publication, field study and research, one or two recommendation letters. So in that case, depending on the university, 1 or 2 recommendation letters may be asked for. So some university they also limit the recommendation letters must be from the president or the rector. But some university they accept from the pro-rector, dean or professor, supervisor, teachers, employer, etc. They also need a scanned passport and also passport size photo. Some university, such as Yokohama University, they ask for the CB form. Also, the Yokohama University, they ask for the academic performance entry sheet. The format already given as the ESA file. The ranking certificate from necklace at the university is also asked for, such as Yokohama University. Also, the Hokkaido University, they ask for later. For example, if we pass the first screening result, and we go for the another step. So the original documents are also required to submit for the finally selected student. Meanwhile, the successful applicants, because the university will recommend to the MEXT. So in my case, I applied for the Hokkaido University. They call for the scholarship during the 16th of December to the 5th of January. During this time, I need to submit the MEXT form and also the issue online form. And also I have interview with my supervisor. There is no previous time for that interview because the most of the Japanese sensei are very busy, so they were only conduct the interview. So before the first result, 14th of February, we need to submit all of the completed. So sometimes they may ask for the additional required documents. So we need to submit all the required documents before the first result. So in 14th of February, they announced the first result. If we are selected for this, we go for the second screening process that includes the interview. There are 3 persons that are the board of the nomination committee of the of the university that were nominated for the MEXT. So there may be some changes in the numbers because I described in case of my Hokkaido University. So submission of the original documents also we need to do. That can be in the 2nd of the March. So finally, in the 5th of the March, the final selected applicants, they are also be notified, and also they are asked to apply for the university admission by online. So finally, the final confirmation by MEXT is being announced approximately around the first week of July, but the dates may be subject to change. So in case of the field study and research plan, there are 3 categories. So the first one is past and present field study. So as the students, in my case, I describe about what is my current study major, the subjects for undergraduate, maybe for PhD, master level, and also while listing the subjects, I prioritize the subjects that are related to the proposal to the MEXT. I explain why I was interested in those subjects that may also relevant to the proposed field study, describing about the previous studies in a make point, what theoretical and practical skills I got from them, and that was support to this current proposed field study. In the case of the other specializations, for example, geoscience students, they need to have skills. For example, they will attend the GIS training and geogas training, and what knowledge regarding the handling of the laboratory machines that were used in the proposed field study area, for example, SRF, SRD. So I also mentioned some field area related experiences, such as what I studied from HA programs, forums, projects, volunteering. So from that, what motivation and critical thinking I got from them that lead to this most exploration. So I explain about the current impacts on the society, for example, in dealing with my proposal. Environmental impact awareness is very important in my country. So mostly I mentioned sometimes some information in detail, but some in general. So by adjusting the previous present studies which are relevant to the proposed field study. So the second one, your research topic in Japan. We will describe. This is before we think about the research topic, we need to find about the research fee. For example, it is a good idea. We have reference from the supervisor, his interest, his research fee, his thesis and publications of the previous students from his department. So this can helpful in thinking about the research topic. And also, the idea for this proposal will not deviate from the boundary of the related fee area. So the research topic must include the key point. But for the some specialization. For example, for geology, we need to do free area, free trip, and also the laboratory work. So we need to choose the free area either in our country or in Japan. So we need to choose that. There are also some cases applying for different field study. That means that the current purpose of your study is different from the bachelor or master degree in Japan University. So in that case, we need to put much effort. For example, we need to find some much information. We need to find some information. On the other hand, for the same field of the study, we will have the more chances that we can clearly explain the problem. Also, we already have enough evidences for this problem, and we have enough knowledge how to approach the hypothesis based on previous knowledge of the study. So they cannot deviate from the essential key points in writing of the proposal. So the proposal must be concise, coherent, and main point. So describing the hypothesis, problem, goals, and method. So I introduced about the topic, field study, and free area location, explaining about why I choose it. And also I describe about current situation in my country, that why the problem is need to be solved and how it play as an important role in this proposed area, and how this process will helpful in this academic or in practical applications. Also, I point out that how much it will be effort to my country's economy and society and the environment. And also, the third one is the study program in Japan that how we need to describe in detail. Because in that case, I will describe my experience in general. Because I describe short introduction about my study area, explaining what are the significance of the problems. For example, water contamination affect local people. Now, so we need to find the source, investigation of the source of the problem, what happened to this problem, and also how to approach with proposed method. So in that case of the procedures of the methods for the science student, for example, geology, they are field work and the laboratory work. We need to do that. So we need to explain these in step by step. So for the field work, we will do the collection of the samples from the field area, something like that. And also what we will do in the field that may be explained in detail in key points. So the other one is the laboratory work, that which analysis will be done and which laboratory equipment and machines will be used and why they will be used, and also how to analyze them. So sometimes we may add the literature review. So we may add the equations, figures, and reference diagrams tables if they are needed. In my case, I added the figures that are very important to my proposal. So in finally, discussion which will be based on the previous free and laboratory result, based on the previous one. So we also find the ways how to evaluate the result. That I mentioned the related theory and equation and how to evaluate it. Now, so some calculations that I need to do after I call from the laboratory equipments, and also the measurements that I still need to do in the future. So these are the general idea. So before that, this will be effective for the one point that I always used to discuss with my teachers from my home university in my country, Myanmar, because there may be Japanese professor. They are highly professional and they are very expert in their research area. So some technical errors and some inappropriate usage, let's say, this is not good for the proposal. So I always discuss with my teachers. I prepare the writing, and I prepare the reference, and also she advised and she gave suggestions, and also sometimes incorrect